Let me begin with a simple but crucial question. Tomorrow morning, when you open your bank account, will you immediately understand what you are seeing? Or will you hesitate, wondering whether the number in front of you is correct, incorrect, or something that should concern you? That brief pause of uncertainty is something many seniors experience. That split-second moment when you glance at a number and your mind starts racing with questions. Is this right? Did someone make a mistake? Should I be calling someone? Did I overlook something important? Should I be worried? Tomorrow morning, millions of bank accounts across the country will receive Social Security deposits. For some, those deposits could be as high as $2,400. If you rely on Social Security, misunderstanding the way these payments are calculated or scheduled can quietly undermine your financial confidence, not just today, but in the weeks and months ahead. Because when we do not fully understand our benefits, we begin to doubt ourselves. We compare our situation to others and feel we may have done something wrong. We read headlines that do not match our reality and wonder if we are missing out. We lose sleep over numbers that may be completely normal for our own circumstances. For many years, I have helped seniors navigate moments like these. Times when money arrives, rumors circulate, neighbors begin discussing payments, and something that should feel reassuring instead becomes confusing. My goal has always been simple: to slow things down, reduce the noise, and help people understand their benefits clearly and calmly. No fear, no exaggeration, no complicated jargon that makes you feel like you need a degree in law to understand your own income. Let us take a moment, take a breath, and walk through this carefully, step by step, in plain language that respects your intelligence while acknowledging that Social Security can be complex. First, it is important to understand this right away. Not everyone will see a deposit near $2,400. And if you do not, that does not mean something is wrong. It does not mean your payment was skipped, and it does not mean you are missing out on something you were entitled to. This is critical because social media and online forums can create unnecessary anxiety. One person posts that they received $2,400, and suddenly thousands of others are questioning why their deposit differs. Comments flood in, filled with confusion, frustration, and sometimes anger toward a system people feel is unfair. The truth is that number $2,400 is not a bonus check. It is not a special giveaway, and it is not guaranteed for everyone. It represents a possible combination of benefits that can vary greatly depending on individual circumstances, including your work history, the age at which you claimed benefits, whether you receive multiple types of support, and whether adjustments or corrections were applied during this payment cycle. Social Security is a personalized calculation, not a universal payment. Your benefit is as unique as your fingerprint, based on your specific lifetime of work, claiming decisions, and personal circumstances. Social Security is not random. It may feel that way, especially when trying to understand differing amounts or confusing timing, but it is not. It operates according to a structured system, with rules that apply differently to different people based on very specific criteria. When you do not know which rules apply to you, confusion can easily take over. It is like listening to a conversation and only hearing half of it. You catch fragments and fill in the blanks with assumptions. Those assumptions often lead to unnecessary worry. The system was created decades ago with the intention of being fair and predictable. However, what is fair and predictable for a government agency does not always feel that way to someone trying to make sense of their monthly income. The language is technical, the timing varies, the amounts differ, and often no one takes the time to explain why you are seeing a particular number. This is where clarity matters most. One of the most common misunderstandings involves timing. Many people assume Social Security pays everyone at the same time, but it does not. This misconception causes more confusion than almost anything else. If your neighbor receives a payment on Wednesday and you do not see yours until the following week, it is natural to wonder if something went wrong. Payments are released in waves on a schedule that has been in place for many years. It is not arbitrary. The system spreads payments across the month to allow banks to process deposits smoothly without being overwhelmed by millions of transactions all at once. For most retirees, your payment day depends on your birth date. This is how Social Security organizes millions of payments each month. If you were born between the 1st and 10th of the month, your payment usually arrives on the second Wednesday. Birthdays between the 11th and 20th fall on the third Wednesday, and birthdays between the 21st and 31st are scheduled for the fourth Wednesday. There is also a separate group who began receiving benefits before May of 1997. These individuals are paid on the third of the month regardless of their birth date. Often called the legacy schedule, it applies to people who have been receiving benefits for a long time, before the current birthday-based system was fully implemented. So when you hear that deposits are arriving tomorrow, that does not automatically mean your payment will arrive tomorrow. It simply means one of the scheduled waves is moving through the system. Someone else's payment may not be yours, and that is perfectly normal. It is not a mistake or delay. It is simply the calendar working for your specific birth date. Knowing your place on the schedule can eliminate a tremendous amount of stress. I often advise seniors to write down their payment week somewhere accessible. A note on the refrigerator, a calendar reminder on a phone, or a card tucked with important papers. When you know your schedule, you do not have to guess. You do not have to refresh your account daily to see if the money arrived. You do not have to worry when someone else receives their payment before you. You can look at your calendar and feel grounded, confident that your payment will arrive when scheduled. Now, let us discuss payment amounts, which is where emotions often run high. This is where people begin comparing themselves to others and feeling they somehow received less than they deserve. Social Security is not a one-size-fits-all payment. Two people living on the same street, retiring at similar ages with similar work histories, may receive very different amounts. This is not a flaw, it is intentional. Your payment is based on decades of earnings, not just your job title, effort, or years worked, but the specific wages you earned that were subject to Social Security taxes and the duration of those earnings. If your income steadily increased over time, your benefit will reflect that. Time taken off to raise children or care for family members is reflected as well. Part-time work or lower wages will influence your benefit, as will entering the workforce later in life. The age at which you claim benefits also plays a major role. Some claim at 62 due to health issues, job loss, or family needs. Others wait until full retirement age, which is between 66 and 67 for most people today. Delaying until 70 increases monthly checks through delayed retirement credits. Those who wait often see significantly larger payments. This is not about one choice being better than another. It reflects life circumstances and financial needs. Cost of living adjustments further influence amounts. Seniors who have received benefits for years see compounded increases, whereas new recipients do not. Corrections or back payments can also create larger than expected deposits. These adjustments ensure that money you were always entitled to finally reaches you, often covering months or years. Seeing a larger deposit does not indicate a mistake. Similarly, receiving less than someone else does not mean failure or poor planning. It reflects personal circumstances and timing. Some seniors receive multiple types of benefits, such as Social Security retirement and Supplemental Security Income, or SSI. SSI is needs-based and calculated differently. Its payments usually arrive at the beginning of the month, adjusted if the first falls on a weekend or holiday. Occasionally, SSI and Social Security deposits arrive close together, appearing as one large deposit. This is normal. Reviewing notices from Social Security clarifies which payments are which and explains dates and amounts. Taxes and Medicare deductions often surprise people. While many grew up believing Social Security was never taxable, rules changed in the 1980s. Depending on total income, part of your benefits may be taxable, which reduces the deposit you see in your bank account. Up to 85% of your benefits may count toward taxable income, taxed at your rate. Many choose voluntary withholding to avoid a large tax bill at the end of the year. Medicare Part B premiums are automatically deducted, and Part D premiums may be as well. In 2026, the standard Part B premium is $185 monthly, though it can be higher based on past income. Adjustments can significantly impact what appears in your account. Lower income now can still result in higher premiums if past income was higher, but you may request a review to reduce them. Special rules affect some who worked in jobs not covered by Social Security, including certain government, teaching, or public service roles. These rules, like the Windfall Elimination Provision or government pension offset, may reduce benefits. Spousal and survivor benefits can also be affected. Understanding these rules early can prevent unpleasant surprises and aid planning. Working while receiving benefits is allowed. If under full retirement age and earning above limits, a portion may be withheld. This is temporary, and once full retirement age is reached, benefits are recalculated to compensate for months withheld. Nothing is lost. It is a timing adjustment, not a penalty. Unexpected deposits may trigger fear that money will be reclaimed. Often these are corrections or back payments due to past errors, incomplete records, or updated calculations. Reviewing your earnings record through your Social Security account helps prevent surprises. Correcting errors early or even after retirement can make a meaningful difference over time. Most benefits arrive via direct deposit, which is safe and reliable. Paper checks or government-issued cards like Direct Express are also options. For those receiving notices or deposits that seem incorrect, remember, you have rights. You can request explanations, reviews, or appeal decisions. Keeping records of correspondence and calls ensures clarity. Many organizations provide free assistance with Social Security questions. Asking for help is your right, not a burden. Finally, it is important to step back from rules and numbers and recognize what these payments represent. They reflect decades of hard work, dedication, and contributions to family, community, and country. This income is not charity or a handout. It is earned. Understanding it is not about chasing higher numbers or comparing yourself to others. It is about peace of mind and financial confidence. When you know your benefits, your schedule, and the reasons behind your amounts, your perspective shifts. You no longer panic at headlines. You do not compare yourself to others. You feel informed, grounded, and steady. This clarity allows for confident planning and enjoyment of the retirement you worked hard to reach. As payments arrive tomorrow and in the weeks ahead, remember this. Understanding brings calm. Calm allows planning, confident living, and informed decisions. You are not alone. Millions of seniors navigate the same system, ask the same questions, and gradually learn how to understand their benefits clearly. Curiosity is smart. Asking questions is wise. Understanding your income is one of the strongest habits you can build in retirement. Take a breath. Be patient and kind to yourself. Your understanding is as valuable, if not more so, than the number in your account. Knowledge empowers you, removes fear, and provides security that no deposit amount alone can deliver. You have earned every bit of the peace and security you enjoy.